this episode, we leave St. Kitts and Nevis, heading for Montserrat. Our trip is very bumpy. When we arrive in Montserrat, Simon explains what the helmsperson does during the anchoring procedure. We'll then take you into the harbor for a quick look around, and the highlight of our trip, however, is to visit the Exclusion zone and look at an active volcano.
Bye-bye St. Kitts and Nevis. It's been absolutely fantastic. We're definitely coming back.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it. It's such a beautiful place.
Nevis, thank you for having us.
St. Kitts and Nevis is really cool. There's monkeys, there's a ton of donkeys. In fact, on Nevis, there's more monkeys than there are people. It's just stunningly beautiful, very clean. Both places, St. Kitts and Nevis, are must go to. I can't believe we missed it the last time. So real happy, thumbs up.
Yeah.
You're making me drool. Drool all over your eye.
If you missed our last video on St. Kitts and Nevis, click the link appearing now in the top right-hand corner of this video.
Preparing for our next trip. Here's Florida, and we're down here in the Caribbean in a place called Nevis. And we are anchored just outside of Charlestown. And what we're going to do is we're going to book out, and then we're going to go down south. And if you notice, I'm not going straight there, because I'm staying out of this lower area here, because I've been told by the locals that it can get very rough in there. So they've told us to stay out into deeper water, and then we're going to go between this island here and this shoal straight into this area here. Carras Bay is where the immigration customs are, but I've been told that that's a nice little anchorage around there, because it gets very busy and quite shallow in there for us. So we're going to hopefully anchor here and come round into customs and immigration. And the expected time for the trip is about 6 hours. It's 36 miles.
Best sound ever. Turning the engine off. There's a tour guide in Montserrat that heard us talking. We always talk on channel 6-9 to the other boats. And this tour guide just heard us talking, hearing that we're going to Montserrat, and got on the radio and said when we get there to look him up and he could give us a tour of the island. And he's actually in all the tour books and everything. But what a way to get business. So he gave us some information, and he said that he could accommodate all of us. There's 3 boats traveling now. It's kind of funny to know that you're taken care of before you actually get to the next destination. So it's really cool. The new crew member that you see on board Britican is Dawa. Dawa was interested in getting a feel for the live-aboard life, so he signed up for the Britican experience. Dawa is an electrician based in the Netherlands who works for the entertainment industry. He works for various musicians and performance groups. When our daughter Sienna discovered that Dawa worked with the famous pop singer Katy Perry while on tour, he instantly became her guru. As you can see, it's a bit blowy on the sea today. Up ahead is the island of Montserrat. Montserrat's located in the Leeward Islands, which is part of the chain known as the Lesser Antilles in the West Indies. It's a British overseas territory, so Simon should feel at home on this island. The island is 10 miles long by 7 miles wide and has 25 miles of coastline. Montserrat is nicknamed the Emerald Isle of the Caribbean, both for its resemblance to coastal Ireland and for the Irish ancestry of many of its inhabitants.
Coming to Montserrat, never been here before. Tim and Dower are getting the anchor ready, so just waiting for instructions off them and see where it goes. It's been a rough, wet, bumpy ride, but it's nice to be here. So coming to the anchorage, you see this boat over there that looks like it's been through the hurricane. It's got no mast. It looks in a sorry old state, but it's still afloat and it's a project for somebody. So what I'm doing now is I'm just coming in on tick over. I'm looking at the depth, which is 10 meters, which is about 30 feet. And it is a little rolling. And just going to try and find somewhere to anchor now. So Kim's just asked me how many meters. It's 9 meters from the bottom of the keel, so that's about 11.5. So we're going to try and go a little bit further. So we're just looking around now, and our friend's cat's just there. 10 meters, Kim. It's going down to 9 meters now. Are you happy here? Yeah, when you are. We're just dropping the anchor now, and she's then going to tell me when it touches the bottom, and then we're going back in reverse. We're going to go back in reverse now. Nice and slow, not too quick. Okay, we just put 50 meters out, and I've just started to feel the anchor bite now. So I'm going to put it in reverse a little bit more. Still going backwards. Kim's got a foot on the chain now to test for vibration, see if it starts bouncing along. If it starts bouncing along, she'll tell me. Okay, it's bit now. The bow's getting pulled forward. Kim just told me that it's bit, so we're just letting it relax, the anchor chain pull us further forward, let it settle down a little bit. Okay, so Kim's just told me to pull back. I'm now going back in reverse again. And I'm setting the anchor alarm on. We're going backwards now. We should bite any second. Oh, yeah, there she goes. She pulled out on the chain, giving it more revs. Looking at my anchor there, and we are not moving a bit, so I'm really happy about that. As far as I'm concerned, that's a thumbs up. Keep the anchor alarm on, and have a beer maybe later. Montserrat.
What makes Montserrat really stand out is the fact that its volcano became very active in 1995, has erupted several times now, and is still active. Eruptions destroyed Montserrat's capital city of Plymouth. Between 1995 and 2000, 2/3 of the island's population was forced to flee. The volcanic activity continues, mostly affecting the vicinity of where Plymouth used to be. An exclusion zone was and still is imposed due to the potential for proclastic activity. They say that visitors are not permitted entry into the exclusion zone to see the abandoned city, but we've heard otherwise.
Colorful, you know what I mean.
You gonna grab one, Sienna?
No, you
There's
are.
one right there. It kind of looks like spiders.
Oh my god!
Well, it's a sea urchin there, really.
So if you come in here, customs is right there.
Our plan is to see if we can get a tour into the exclusion zone. But for now, we're heading into land to celebrate a birthday. Aaron from sailing vessel Vela invited us for a small celebration of drinks and cake.
Happy birthday to you.
The next day, 4 boatloads of people with 7 adults, 3 kids, and 1 dog headed to shore, eagerly anticipating a tour of the island, including the volcano observation lookout, exclusion zone, and other areas affected by the eruptions and lava flow. Our first stop was the volcano observation building.
Now you can sit over in the shade.
That's Ozzy.
Once in the building, we sat down in a nicely cooled room to watch a documentary on the volcano. It might seem odd to you, but this was actually my favorite part of the tour. The documentary outlined the history of the volcano, its effects on the people, and the results of the eruptions. We then headed out of the observation tower, first visiting the town where our tour guide driver, Joe, was evacuated from. The volcano never destroyed Joe's town, but due to mandatory evacuations, its residents' temporary displacement turned into a permanent one. Joe's town is no longer in the no-go zone, however the town is gone. Nature has taken it back. Everything's overgrown, abandoned, and empty. Okay, we're now going into the evacuation zone. There are police stationed outside the zone, and there's only a bumpy dirt road allowing access into the destroyed capital city of Plymouth. Friends of ours previously took a tour through the evacuation zone and were able to walk around the city. I was interested in doing the same. As we drew closer to Plymouth, we could start to identify shells of buildings and imagine the flow of the lava as it rushed down from the volcano, destroying everything in its path.
But it doesn't come bakery. No, that doesn't come.
No bakery.
Our tour guide had loads of pictures and even videos on his iPad showing us what the town and surrounding area looked like before the volcano erupted.
That's the gas.
Yeah.
That's what it's smelling.
Gas
Okay.
coming off the volcano there.
I think we already passed.
So that far one in the middle is a 5-story building. And that's the ground has come up that far.
To our disappointment, we were not allowed to get out and walk around. There was a weird feeling. I can't put my finger on it, but I felt as if the police didn't want us there. We were followed the whole time. It's stinky. Our driver pulled over alongside the black sand beach so that we could stretch our legs, smell the gases from the volcano, and take some pictures. There was a crew tending to a ship loading rocks for export. Otherwise, there were some police and some trucks loading rocks from a nearby quarry. Other than that, there wasn't any activity. There were no other tour buses or people. The time came to head back out of the exclusion zone. The police made sure that we left by following us until we were out. Our tour guide continued to show us pictures and videos of what the landscape used to look like. He pointed out the volcano observation tower that you see here, and then we slowly made our way to what used to be a golf course. So there's the roof right there. The kids were getting restless after sitting in the car all day, so Mike was working hard to tire them out. Joe dropped us all off at the dinghy dock, and we decided to head straight back to the boat.
Thank you, it was great. Really enjoyed the tour.
Yeah.
Seeing the island and seeing the devastation that was caused was amazing.
From the volcano.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was necessarily something you'd call enjoyable, but it was.
No, but it was enjoyable to see it. It was something different, you know.
Yeah.
But the island that hasn't been touched is just beautiful and stunning. I
Yes.
recommend it.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Montserrat, for having us. Really enjoyed seeing this beautiful, beautiful volcanic island.
Thank you for watching our latest video. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also check out our previous 21 videos of the sailing season. We'll take you from Charleston in South Carolina down the Caribbean chain, where we offer passage plans, marina reviews, and we'll take you on tours around every island that we stopped at. And finally, if you're interested in getting the boat and transitioning to the cruising lifestyle, we're here to help. On our website, we have 15 helpful guides, providing help and choosing the right boat, viewing boats to buy, how to anchor, dealing with seasickness, through to our most popular guide, Checklist for Sailors. It helps you with passage planning, sailing maintenance, cleaning, medical and much more. On our website you can get information about our Britican Club, where we offer personal consultancy and educational courses, and our Britican Experience, where we take couples and families aboard Britican so they can experience the liveaboard lifestyle for themselves. Visit sailingbritican.com for more information.